What's up, everybody? Tyler Kolick here from the New York Knicks. I just want to come on here and wish you guys a very Merry Christmas from a Knicks world. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it because we're trying to do something special this year and need all the support we can get. So appreciate it again and take care.
Yo, it's the Knicks world. What's going
Yo, yo,
on?
yo,
How we doing,
yo.
y'all? What's going on, champ? How's everything,
Let's get it.
bro?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Everything is good, man.
Yes,
Season's greetings. Just finished Christmas.
that's it, bro. We had a blessed Christmas,
Yes.
especially all Knicks Nation. We feeling really blessed. Great holiday. Hope everybody's having a blessed holiday out there.
Yep.
We closing in on 2025. We going into 2026.
Yep.
So it's just kind of like a wrap up edition before we get out of here and step foot into the new year. We're gonna start off, man. The Knicks went ahead and got the win in Atlanta on Saturday night.
Yep.
What a game from Karl Anthony Towns, champ.
Mm-hmm.
A game that we've been waiting for all season,
Mm-hmm.
right? We know the talent is there, know the potential's there. We know all of it's there,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of us just like we need the consistency and right on schedule. His best game of the season.
Yeah.
Not looking for calls, not looking to complain. He was in there battling and looking to score, looking
Yep.
to put the ball in the basket. He had 36 points, 15 rebounds, and champ, he went to the line 18 times. But we can both agree the Atlanta Hawks, they had to foul him. They had no choice.
Too big.
He was just
Too
he was giving them
strong.
all types of problems. And if anybody watched the game, that's the type of game it was.
Yeah.
He didn't get no ticky tack little, oh, let's just call it for him. No, he every foul was a legit foul.
Yep.
So shout out to Karl Anthony Towns, champ. On that game,
Yeah.
we had the lead, but we blew it, and the Hawks came back. But what did you see from the Knicks that night against the Hawks?
Well, for me, I seen that Cat was way too physical. We normally want him to do that, and a lot of times he would fall off for the three. Yes, he's a legendary 3-point shooter, but that doesn't always mean it's going to go in. It doesn't mean always mean that you need it every single night. Sometimes you're going to be such a solid opposing figure that you need to oppose your will. A lot
Yeah,
of people, fans, get upset with Cat because 9 times out of 10 you are the biggest guy on the court and you don't act like it. Some teams would throw their small forward on him, and he just will not back them down. He'll pass up the ball. He won't take advantage of the mismatch.
yeah,
And Cat did that. Richard Sher tried, didn't work. Jalen Johnson tried, didn't work. Um, they just kept trying something. Um, I think I'm gonna say his name wrong, but Aquanu. I think I said his name wrong, but he was solid from the three, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Uh,
We had issues with him. A
mm-hmm,
Kongu, yeah,
Akongu, yeah, he was solid from the three.
yeah. He had 31
Open.
points, 14 rebounds. He was 6 of 10 from three.
Hmm. Yeah, he definitely made us work. He definitely made us work. He was the reason why they was even doing anything.
Yeah, he was a problem for sure. I think
Hmm.
Jalen Johnson, he was in foul trouble early,
Yeah.
but he was still productive. He was still productive. And also Nikhil Walker Alexander, great defender. He comes off the bench, but man, he's solid for the Hawks. But the big the big thing I think was Trey Young was ineffective.
Yeah.
We had guys like Diawara on him, giving him problems.
Hmm.
Trey Young was horrible. 9 points, 0 rebounds, 10 assists, but he was 2 of 9, 0 from 4 from three. He was horrible. And the Knicks, credit to the Knicks for doing that, right? For making him look like a zero out there. I mean, Jalen Brunson late game took over as usual and kept us in striking distance. We were going back and forth, got us some clutch buckets. Um, and we had OG and Anobi late game making plays, making stops. That's what you want to see late game. But a key factor that we'll get into a little bit later too,
Okay.
Mike Brown went into his bench
He did.
and he got Kevin McCullough Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this man has been with the Westchester Knicks, and like he said, you got to stay ready, and that's what he does. He's not worried about how many minutes he's gonna play. He's gonna stay ready, and he came into the game champ, and I think in a couple minutes he had three rebounds. Like I think they were all offensive rebounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started to get going with the scoring. He was,
Mm-hmm.
he had that one play where he hustled, got the steal, and then he got the ball out. They dished it back to him, and he hit the three from the corner, and that was one of the highlight plays from him. Um,
I think he was like 3 for 4 from the three, right?
he was three of six from three,
It's okay.
and it just goes to show you, like, and anybody who watched the game, like, he was so effective on defense.
Yes.
I believe he's 6'6", and he's a very good defender.
And
He's
he
a
pushes
very
the
good.
pace.
Yeah, man. He was putting on ball pressure on whoever had the rock, making them work. He just looked active, active,
Very
active,
active. Mm-hmm.
and that's what you want from especially a young guy. But look, the coach called on him and he was ready to go, and he was so effective. And it just goes to show you, like, man, we got all these gems on the bench, and some of these injuries are a blessing in disguise. No Josh Hart, right?
Yep.
Um, Deuce didn't play. So McCullough came in and he was solid for us.
Dude's been out for some time, and this is why Tyler Kolek got the opportunity that he did, and look what he's doing with the opportunity.
That's it. You got to stay ready, and shout out to Mike Brown for doing that. But he was the sneaky play. I believe he won Defensive Player of the Game on Saturday too, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Mm-hmm.
Kevin McCullough got it. So shout out to him for staying ready, and we're gonna see more of him because he is effective from three and he could defend. So shout out to him. Shout out to Coach Mike Brown for playing him. But what a win! Jalen Brunson missed the fourth quarter, missed the clutch. So
Mm-hmm.
he shut that down. Moving on to yesterday's game versus the New Orleans Pelicans, right?
Yes.
And man, what a game that was.
For
Uh,
who?
New, what's up?
For who?
Sadiq Bey on the New Orleans Pelicans, right? He came
Okay.
to play. He came to play his tail off. But for the Knicks, Mohamed Diawara,
Mohamed Diawara.
the young man was hooping. And from 3 point, he was 4 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
4 for 4. He was ready to play. And he's a menace on defense too.
Mm-hmm.
He is big time. 2 steals. Um, he had, excuse me, yeah, he had 2 steals and he had 1 rebound. So it just goes to show you, man, if you stay ready, and he started the game as well for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was his second career start. Yeah, he had 18 points. 18 points, 4 from 4, 7 of 9. He
Mm-hmm.
was cooking,
Yeah.
and that's again another kudos to the coaching staff and also these young guys who are putting in work in the gym. And
Yep.
it's a reflection because you see them on both sides of the ball putting in work and doing more with the opportunities that they're given. And now we have good problems as the Knicks. So Champ, on against the Pelicans, we weren't doing much defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Hakaporti got hurt. I think he couldn't come back to the game due to a mouth laceration. They called it. But Diawara played well, and it was a welcome back game from Deuce McBride. What did you see against the Pelicans?
Mm-hmm. We were definitely fighting offense with offense. I know we gonna give credit to Diawara from having a breakout game, but let's be clear. That was Zion versus OG.
Yeah,
OG was terrific that game. And I mean,
yeah,
a lot of things that we say, you can see it in the stats, but you can also see it in the eye test too.
yeah,
It showed for both, and that's for OG and Diawara. OG was aggressive and like driving, going up, getting stops, shooting the ball,
yeah,
just opposing his will. And this is on anybody, even Zion, opposing his will, pushing Zion around. Zion is doing like he was just going back and forth, and he just seemed unconscious. He really did look like the All-Star that we are voting for. Um,
Yeah.
I love what OG was given last night, like for sure. Diawara, same thing. He just looked so comfortable. Like one of the 3-point shots that he took and made, it was a off the dribble, hezzy, stop back, and then pulled it.
Yeah.
And it went in. I think the very first play that he did, he drove and put him in the post and then went up.
Mm-hmm.
That was the very first play that he did. He looked so comfortable. And this is on offense.
Yeah.
We know the reason why he's on the floor is for defense.
Yeah.
But you're giving us offense too now?
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people were saying was that he didn't have a shot. And another credit to the shooting coach on the Knicks, that this guy now has a shot now, and he's just that much more dangerous. And it just goes to show you, man, the New York Knicks are not the old Knicks, bro. We've turned a new page, a new corner, and it's been nothing but great things on all sides for every single Knick player. Um,
So
yeah, you go ahead.
funny thing, when you see Diawara, you're like, ooh, his player comp is Pascal, right? Pascal Siakam.
I mean, I've
That's
seen
it.
people say we got Giannis over here.
Whoa. All
That's
right.
a joke. It's a
I hope
joke.
we return to that, but all right. But no, crazy thing though, right? I was talking to some friends,
Hmm.
and one of them said because player comp he idolizes Pascal Siakam, which is fine. That's completely fine. Hell of a player.
Siakam's a good
Um,
player, so very
absolutely, a
solid.
hell of a player. Absolutely, he's a champion. So then I said, well, I'm gonna keep that New York roots. I want him to work out with Lamar Odom. I feel like that'd be amazing if he worked out with Lamar Odom, 6'10", the handle, could
Yeah,
drive, set people up. It'd be amazing. Keep it within New York and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
So, the person was like, all right, Lamar Odom's cool, but and this is my good friend Naima. Shout out to Naima, next Twitter.
Shout out to you.
Right. She said, why Lamar Odom? Why not Chris Webber? I said,
It's a good comp.
oh, that's exactly what I told her. I said, I did not think about that.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
That's
very
a
good comp, Chris
that's
Webber.
a that's a great comp. I
Yeah.
said, damn, 6'10", handle the rock, defense first, but drive to the paint and could
He
shoot.
plays. Yeah. You know what's crazy is that he plays a little bit like OG Anunoby. He has a little bit better handle than OG Anunoby, but defense. I mean, it's very similar. I think Dior has a little bit better handle than OG, but other than that,
But
OG is built, different in terms of.
yeah, he is.
Now listen, OG was going, like you said, going head to head versus Zion, but Zion was when he's got some momentum going to the basket. OG was getting moved around. I'm sorry, Zion was giving OG problems, but to OG's defense, OG was going ahead and scoring on Zion as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it was tough cover. Like OG gave Zion tons of credit after the game,
OG
but
is so OG is robotic, like strength robotic. Remember Jericho Sims is like kind of strength robotic. It's
yeah.
like that, just on a forward level with OG.
Not a lot of guys can move OG, but Zion
Yes.
is. I mean, he's gotten in great shape finally, and he looks good. Um, if he could stay healthy, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think
Yeah.
Zion only played like 26 minutes, so he did. He's had 32 points, if I'm not mistaken, in 36. Excuse me, in 26 minutes. Excuse me, 29 minutes.
Mhm.
So but OG was the defensive player of the game because late
Mhm.
game he got some stops.
He did.
Um, but also my player of that game, I know Diawara was amazing. Deuce McBride, welcome back.
Hmm.
This man in the fourth quarter, he was clutch
Hmm.
defensively, and then he was hitting some very, very clutch shots. So shout out to Deuce McBride. Welcome back. We needed you. I believe he had 12 points in the fourth quarter. So
Um.
and he had 14. So,
It's still shout out to Jalen. I mean,
oh,
it goes
of
without
course,
saying, but you can never like not give enough flowers. I mean,
yeah,
as it's so crazy because you would think that it's an AI that keep running the same play on different teams. It's like, no, this is real life. Jalen Brunson is walking down Atlanta, walking down Indiana, walking down the
Pelicans.
Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Like the same wing, literally at the pull up, step back three, and it's going in
That's right.
every time.
Yeah, you could ask a lot of Knicks fans at this point in time. Last year, we'd be a little bit nervous.
You could just call it. Oh, it's going
This
in.
year, I mean, listen, Jalen Brunson was clutch last year, but this year, no lead is safe. You know, we just the Knicks are on another level. And listen, shout out to Mikal Bridges. He had 10 assists, and well, I'll make this point, and we'll get into the next thing. Mikal only had 6 points. Okay,
Mhm.
that's okay. 5 rebounds, but he had 10 assists. And why is that important? That's important because
He was facilitating. He was trying to score.
he was facilitating, and also when someone else is able to distribute the ball, it gives Jalen Brunson the ability to come in the fourth quarter fresh, come in the fourth quarter and do what he's built to do. Mr. Fourth Quarter, Mr. Money Time, Mr. I'm not afraid of the moment. Anything you can do, I can do better. He is possessed. Mamba mentality. Kobe like instincts. Kobe
Mhm.
like footwork.
Mhm.
He is, in my opinion, the closest thing to Kobe currently. He is an assassin. And people, listen, I have friends, different teams, stuff like that. They're giving this man respect. People are starting to see it. And another thing, champ, in the last 3 games, he's had a total of 3 free throws.
Mm.
Free throw merchant. Free throw merchant, they say.
Yeah,
No.
I definitely hear that.
Ethical hoops from Jalen
What this guy?
Brunson.
All right.
That's
Okay.
it. On your
All
shirt
right.
right there. That
All right.
jersey in the back.
Yeah.
Those magazines you see up
Yeah.
there. He is big time. So he's an ethical hooper, not a free throw merchant. He's getting buckets, pure buckets. So shout out to the whole squad. We got some big things on the way. But going into the next segment,
Mm-hmm.
champ,
So,
we're closing 2025. In your opinion, from your lens,
yeah.
what game stands out to you the most, or what is your favorite game, or what is the most impactful game in your opinion so far in 2025?
So the way the schedule, ooh, I'm gonna say an honorary mention. Honorary mention is going to be San Antonio.
Okay, the cup
Um,
game.
yeah.
Okay,
If I'm not mistaken, we beat them twice.
San Antonio. No,
That was the first time we played them on
I'm
in the cup.
I'm
I don't
pretty
think so.
sure that was
I
the
think we're gonna.
first.
I
I'm
think
pretty
we're gonna.
sure that in the cup that was the first time we played them this season.
eh, I thought we played them a week beforehand, and then we seen them again in the cup.
No,
No.
no, we only played San Antonio once, and that was in the cup game.
Okay. So I must say, no, San Antonio is going to be the honorary mention. We don't have to worry about them until the finals. Um, so that was a solid game. That was a fun game. Um, Mitchell Robinson went crazy.
Sure did.
Um, obviously
Mitchell
Jalen Brunson.
Robinson imposed his will on Wemby. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and listen, Wemby was on minutes restriction. That's fine, but when Wemby came in the game, you could see that Wemby was bothered by Mitchell
Making an impact.
Robinson's physicality. He was pushing him around, bullying him around, making him work. And it's not a lot of guys in the league that can make Wemby work. And Mitchell Robinson, when he's healthy, best rebounder in the game.
Jordan Clarkson had a hell of a game. Yeah, that's what he was going nuts in the fourth quarter. That was an amazing fourth quarter. This is the second year, the second Christmas where the Knicks was phenomenal.
Hmm.
You know, last Christmas, Mikal Bridges went crazy in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Um, against Wemby. But obviously we're talking about the World Cup against Wemby. I mean NBA Cup against Wemby.
Yeah.
But for me, it was Christmas this time.
Okay.
Christmas is impactful for so many reasons. Cleveland is very, very disappointing this year.
And
They
we've
was
been
supposed to
saying
be,
that, by the way, but continue.
they're supposed to be the top seed with us.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be first and they're going to be second, or if they're going to be first and we're going to be second, or whatever.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be top two with us, and they're not. They're not at all, at all, at all, at all. And the reason why I felt like this is a statement or impactful is because coming into the game, we didn't have no high expectations against this with this rivalry or whatever it's supposed to have been.
Yeah.
But during the game, Cleveland jumped out to us and had about like 20 to 2 points, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're ridiculous. They were shooting at a high level. We were missing everything, so you know how that goes. It was a heat check, and Darius Garland had threw a lob to Donovan Mitchell, and they would get hype up, yelling at the crowd, extra excited, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you've been following the Knicks versus Cleveland rivalry, thus Jalen and Donovan being here, it's always came down to Cleveland not being humbled enough, because normally they'll do something and a player will get extra excited, extra hype, whether it's Garland yelling in the garden, talk about Madison Square Garland, or if Jared Allen would say, they've never lost to New York or ever before, something like that, or whatever the case, or they're not worried about this, or whatever the case may be. They always say something out of line to be extra arrogant,
Mm-hmm.
and then they lose after that. And then they go away somewhere else. Because end of the day, for whatever reason, Cleveland felt like they should be more superior than us or whatever, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I haven't gave no type of real effort to being better than us.
Yeah.
Number one seed don't mean anything if you can't do shit in the playoffs.
And we already know we already know about the playoffs, and the Cleveland's not for real. It's clear as day that they're not for real.
Mm-hmm. So
it's not even a rivalry. I'll disagree with that. It's not a rivalry because when Donovan Mitchell was in the West Coast, Jalen Brunson beat Donovan Mitchell when Jalen Brunson wasn't known as Jalen Brunson. Luka Doncic went to the bench because he was injured in the playoff series, and who came in to play and take over? Jalen Brunson was. And what did Jalen Brunson do? He cooked Donovan Mitchell. And
yeah.
it's been the same thing. Donovan Mitchell hasn't touched the conference finals since. So to me, it's never been a rivalry. Even when Jared Allen said the lights are a little too bright, that team has been in shambles for a while now, and we've been saying it. And everybody says, "Oh, the Cavs did." Listen, when the money's on the table, the Cavs fall apart, and they did just that on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Day, they played great for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter came,
Yeah.
and we snatched the game right back from them.
Mm-hmm.
Great play from Tyler Kolek. He was big time. And Jalen Brunson was big time in the
That
fourth
fourth
quarter
quarter.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Clarkson was the player of the game for him because he's the one that kept us in striking distance the whole game. Then
Yes.
Kolek came along, and
Yes.
Mitchell Robinson was cooking with the rebounds.
Yes.
It was those 3 guys that really got we got we started to go downhill. Once those guys got us up the hill, and then that fourth quarter came, and Jalen Brunson did what Jalen Brunson did in that fourth quarter. But Tyler Kolek was huge that game, so I can see why you think that it's a very impactful win,
Mm-hmm.
especially at home in the Garden on Christmas.
Yes.
Right, that's why we have a blessed holiday, right?
Yeah.
A great Christmas for all Knicks fans, and I believe we have the best Christmas game out of all the Christmas games. I
We
believe all.
normally do. We normally do. Everybody want to see the Garden crowd. The NBA, the league is in love with the Garden crowd because we always bring the energy.
Yeah,
And we bring the energy no matter where we go. As
yeah,
far as Knicks fans love to travel.
Yeah, no, listen, man. So shout out to the Knicks on Christmas. Tyler Kolek, he's as cold as ice. Um,
Mhm.
he is big time. So
Mhm.
shout out to him. Now, my favorite game is actually, we beat Toronto, and we know how the Toronto fans get. They get to chatting. All of a sudden, they think that they're big time, and we
Mhm.
beat them. And then they're saying, "Oh, wait till the Cup game. We're gonna have." We get to the Cup game. We put the belt to ass on them again, and it was a bunch of excuses. This excuses that, um, but we know what Toronto is. They're not a threat, and when it comes to going head to head versus the Knicks is just a better team. So, and then listen, we had to beat Orlando. Orlando's a physical team. We had to beat them before the cup, and then we had to beat them. I think they were the semifinal game for the
Mhm.
cup. We had to beat them again, which we did. Um, and those were big games. And then obviously we beat the Spurs. That was great. But for me, the game that I enjoyed the most was the game after the cup, which is I think it was 2 days after. We played on Thursday night, I believe, against Indiana at Indiana,
Yeah.
and Jalen Brunson did not have a good game. He was struggling. Um, it was an ugly game for him, but the reason why I love it so much, we beat them 114, 113. But if anybody remembers, Jalen Brunson went ahead and told coach out of the huddle, I'm going to win this game.
Yeah.
He gets the ball. Now, mind you, he's not shooting good the whole game, but he tells coach, I'm going to win this for us. He gets the ball. And the play right before that, Nemhard trucked Jalen Brunson to the ground. And what does Jalen Brunson do in the very next play out of the timeout? Tells coach, "I'm going to win this." He goes ahead, hits him with the fake. He sidesteps, hits the three, bang, and we're up 114, 113. That's how we win the game, and it just goes to show you, like I was saying before, we won the cup, and you would think, oh, who cares about this Indiana game? But no, the Knicks care. And Jalen Brunson, regardless of how bad he shoots, he went ahead and closed the door on Indiana, who they're our rivals, if we have to be honest. Now, they're not healthy this year. That's fine. We still want to beat them whenever, however we can. So I'll take that win, but it just goes to show you, like, how resilient this squad is. And Jalen Brunson could have the worst game, but he wants those moments. And as soon as he hit the shot, Indiana called timeout. He goes to Mike Brown and says, I told you so. I told you so. That's Mamba mentality. That's killer. That's I'm built for this moment. And that's my favorite of 2025. Um, so many moments, right? Love playing against Boston. We beat them in the second game. We beat the Cavs opening day too. So many games that we can go back to, right?
Yeah.
But this group of guys are special. The injuries have been tough, but they've been blessing in disguise. And we're gonna move right on to giving Coach Mike Brown a letter grade so far. Um, Going into 2026, if we had to give him a letter grade, what would we give him? And I would give him I would give him an A plus, maybe
Mhm.
A or A plus, because of what he's been able to do in terms of the production, right? You have to maneuver around the injuries, right? You got to know who to play. Now remember, Josh Hart didn't start on the starting lineup. Then he made the adjustment to put Josh in the starting line. Then we went on a run with Josh Hart in the starting lineup. Josh Hart
Yeah.
was hooping, shooting the ball well, right, champ?
Yep.
And it
And
just
people
goes to
just
show you the adjustments he has to make. Like all the adjustment. And then my favorite part has been implementing the young guys, guys we've
Mhm.
never. They're sitting there. Tyler Kolek was on the bench last year, right? He's hooping this year. He's having an amazing season, and he's so pivotal to this team. And then you got guys like Mohamed Diawara, Kevin McCullough Jr. Like that's coaching, and also holding all the guys accountable. If someone does something wrong, he will not hesitate to call a timeout and let the guys know about it.
Yeah.
That's big time to me. So for me, Coach Mike Brown, who a lot of people had doubts, I didn't have doubts. I didn't mind Coach Brown when we
Yeah.
hired him. I did not mind him because I said he's been around winning, right? He
Yeah.
was there with the Golden State Warriors, right? he played. He was there with the San Antonio Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
and even when he was on the Sacramento Kings, the Kings have been nobody's champ for how long? Forever. The Kings have been zeros for the long,
He was
as long
with
as I can
LeBron his
remember.
first year in Cleveland.
Mike Brown's been. He was with Kobe and the Lakers too.
The Kobe and the Lakers, yeah.
Mike Brown's been with all these guys, and it just goes to show you, like he's seen everything. He's seen the best scorers, the best shooters, the best everything. And to me, I knew he was a good coach when he went ahead and he was able to do with Sacramento and get them to where they got, right? De'Aaron Fox broke his hand. I believe if he didn't break his hand against the Warriors, they would have won that series. But Golden State Warriors, they're a veteran team. They lost, and I think that's the last time that they were really relevant. But I knew he was. I knew that he could get the job done. I didn't think he was going to be this good, and it just goes to show you, like, that's why I'm giving him an A plus, because of
Yeah.
what he's able to do so far. And I'm happy with the results so far. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have fired Tibbs. Shouldn't have fired Tibbs," but a lot of people are eating their words right now. So, what is
Yeah.
your letter grade, champ?
I'm gonna have to give you the same. I was gonna say the A plus. The way he spells his bench and literally 12-man rotation is nuts, but it's working.
Yeah,
There's literally nobody besides Daddy A and Yabu
yeah,
that hasn't really found their niche over here.
yeah,
Um, there's no reason that Cola could get a damn near triple double
yeah,
in his first start ever in the NBA. There's no reason why Diawara could be this potent on offense. Literally, when he's like his third game, second
yeah.
game of the starter or something like that, and he's a defensive guy and he's looking hella efficient that one
Mm-hmm.
game, but he's still looking efficient. Kevin McCullough, first game this season, had a damn near triple double as well on triple double watch.
Yeah.
So
No.
like so Diawara, Mike Brown is telling these guys something. Honorable mention, Trey Jameson the third
Okay.
has been looking like a defensive nightmare for people. Rebounding, putting his body on the line, moving people around. This is why he
Mm-hmm.
gets sunburned if Huck Cordy is acting up. You know what I'm saying? So they're paying attention. They're all buying in. Cat's buying in. Mitch is
Yeah.
buying in. Mitch has been look amazing. You know what's funny about Mitchell Robinson?
What's
He's
up?
looked so phenomenal. We used to beef early in the season or before the season started that Mitchell Robinson was going to miss some games,
Yep.
and they just said, "Oh, he's going to be missing back to backs." We had an issue with that,
We did.
and the way he's looking in the games that he is playing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if this worked, then screw it. Keep it
Yeah.
going because you're showing so much impact on the floor
Mm-hmm.
versus just playing and playing and getting burnt out because nothing is happening.
Yeah.
But getting additional rest. And they're saying that Mitch and his management, his agent, are all aware and in their communication with Leon Rose and Dick's Brass. So
Mm-hmm.
this is clearly something that he wants.
Yeah.
Um, so I think it's amazing what Mike Brown is doing as far as, explaining to them like, yo, this is how we're gonna move, this is how we're gonna do things, we're gonna make sure you're good and making everybody feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say A plus.
Nah, I agree, man. I think he's doing a lot more than we thought that he could do, and shout out to Mike Brown, man. I love that he holds even the best guy, the most high paid guys accountable, and he makes the right calls. Like against the Pelicans, he subbed out all the guys and put an all defensive lineup. It was OG, McHale, McCullough, Trey Jameson, and someone else. I'm forgetting somebody,
I
but
mean, it's not like
it just
any
goes to
kid.
show you, like, that's like an amazing line. Like,
Yeah.
we haven't seen that. So props to him. We both give him A plus so far. Still a lot of season left in 2026, obviously, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow we have the San Antonio Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mitchell Robinson is out. injury management. They say they're just being very cautious. I was reading, um, so I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Ariel Hakaporti is also questionable. So if he doesn't play, then you have Cat, Yabu, you have Trey Jameson. You know, you have all these guys who are gonna get burned, and we might even have to run small. But I mean, Wembayama is also not on minutes restriction like he was in the Cup. So we have to worry about that. I think the rebounding could be problematic, right? No Josh Hart. We still don't have Josh Hart. We don't have a timetable for his return. No Landry Shamet. But our key rebounders in Mitch and Josh, they're out. So we're gonna have to rely on Cat. We're gonna have to rely on Yabu. We're gonna have to rely on Trey Jameson. And if Ariel Hakaporti's there, we're gonna have to have these guys make sure that they bring the pain and you know, avoid foul trouble. I'm sure OG's gonna guard Wimbayama, but I think you got to get a big guy. I mean, OG's physical, obviously, but he's not as tall, so we have to worry about that. But my expectation for the Spurs, I know Vasily. I think he's out, and I also think,
Vassell?
yeah, he's out.
He said Vasily.
Yeah, Vasily, my bad.
Yeah.
And Stefan Castle, I believe, is questionable. So
Hmm.
we'll see if they play. But my expectations, I think the Knicks are going to play a lot better than they did in the Cup because in the Cup, you know, they went ahead and they didn't play good for 3 quarters, and in the fourth quarter, the Knicks came back and took it over. So I think the Knicks are going to play a lot better than they did the first go around. So I think we could still win. You know, I know Wimbayama's not going to be on minutes restriction, but if we can just you know if we can go ahead and let him let Wimbayama get whatever he wants, try to defend him as best as possible, don't let the other guys get involved, I think we have a good chance of winning. The Knicks got to play better defense overall.
Yeah.
um you can't you really shouldn't be going into a shootout with the Pelicans. We'll take the win regardless, but the Knicks got to tighten up on defense. Whether I know Mitchell Robinson's not there and he's like our defensive anchor,
Well,
but you got to be locked in
contact
better as a
City
unit.
game. That was his best game of the season. Like he literally was like 100% from the 3 point line. Like I think it was like 4 for 4.
Who was?
Sadiq from the three. Or he was like 4 for 5 or
Yeah,
something like
yeah, yeah. But I'm just talking about he didn't do anything in the second half, but we
that. Yeah.
we won 130, 125. You letting the Pelicans score 125 points. It's just the Knicks got to play better defense than that. Now again,
Yeah.
we're not gonna lock down every single game. I understand that, but I'm just saying you overall you just gotta tighten up the defense. You just gotta
Mm.
be smarter. Like you shouldn't be letting Jordan Poole go off. I mean, you saw what he did in the last shot. He just chucked up. He tried to foul bait on a 3-point shot that I don't know. It was just he wasn't thinking clearly. But so yeah, that's my expectation. I think that we can get the win tomorrow. I think
Yeah.
the Knicks are gonna play better overall, and I just think that we gotta focus. These guys got to step up. Trey Jameson, like you're talking about,
Yep.
Harry Hakaporti, Cat. The rest of the guys got to step up and rebound. So that's my expectation for tomorrow. What's your expectation, champ?
Tomorrow, obviously not gonna take San Antonio lightly, but I feel like we have some basketball minds, some savants over on our bench and stuff to pay attention to the
Yeah.
work that we did in the cup and try
Hmm.
to, I guess, get things moving a little more quicker.
Yeah.
Be physical, but also be quick.
Hmm.
So if they score, we just kind of go right back on the court and score again. Don't let them get into a half court trap because they'll try to do that, being that Wemby is so tall. It's
Hmm.
easy for him to kind of cover ground a little more easy.
Hmm.
Um, they're gonna go at Cat a lot, being that there's nobody that's gonna be down there as a rim protector.
Yeah.
Um, especially with
Got to
no
stay out of foul
Mitch.
trouble.
Yeah, especially no Mitch or Huckboy. That's gonna be easier said than done, but that's just what it is.
Yeah. It might be an offensive game, especially if Akaporti doesn't play. So it
Yeah,
might just be straight offense, but we'll see.
we'll see.
Right. So I believe that's it, as a wrap up for 2025. We appreciate all the fans, all the
Yes.
subscribers. And listen, man,
Well,
even if you just tune in, we appreciate you guys. Please subscribe, please like, and just hit us up in the comments. We love to interact, talk. We got some more content for you guys on the way. We appreciate you guys rocking.
yeah.
We hope everybody has a blessed holiday. We hope, even if 2025 wasn't your best year, we hope that 2026 is a better year. You can leave it
Yes.
in the past. We can make changes. We can move forward regardless of circumstance and situations. Um, yeah, man, that's the goal here because I know the Knicks, the job is not done for us, and we got a lot more basketball left, and the Knicks are in it for the long haul. So
We'll take the cup and then some.
that's it, man. We're going for that Larry O'Brien at the end of the day. So salute to everybody. Let's go Knicks. We appreciate you guys.
Let's go
We'll
next.
see you. Let's get this W in San Antonio. Let's celebrate and let's go. Let's move on, man. Let's chase that Larry O'Brien.
We'll see you in New Year. Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year, guys. Be safe. Salute.
Salute.